He's Jalen Rose. I'm David Jacoby. We are Jalen and Jacoby. What is it that we do?
We give the people what they want.
As we turn our eyes towards football, we have one of the best receivers in the game, Adam Thielen of the Minnesota Vikings, joining us later. But we start the show with CP3. Just recently losing in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and already the speculation has begun on his future. Our colleague Mark Spears is saying that none other than the Los Angeles Lakers are interested in CP3's services. Jalen, what do you think about this report?
Spears the OG. Here's what I think about this report. This offseason, there are going to be so many players tied to the Los Angeles Lakers. Here we go again. You have storied franchise, however, that always is trying to knock on the door and see how they can improve their team to win a championship for right now. This is why they have 17. In particular, in LeBron's 17th season and Anthony Davis returning from injury. They're in win now mode. So therefore, since the offseason is here and they need a point guard, since Dennis Schroeder is a free agent and they may not and are not going to pay his ticket, Chris Paul is going to be in the conversation. Russell Westbrook is going to be in the conversation. People are going to put Dame in the conversation. What's going to happen with Lonzo Ball? We're going to continue to speculate what they're going to do at that spot until it gets filled. But I got some math for you. CP3 is standing to make 44 U.S. American dollars from the Phoenix Suns next year if he doesn't opt out. If he ends up with the Los Angeles Lakers without a trade, basically, he'll make $9 million. So that math tells me if I'm CP3, I'm staying in Phoenix.
Yeah, it's a $35 million difference. However, there could be a sign-and-trade situation or something like that. Now, if you were CP3, would you opt out and then re-sign with Phoenix on like a 3-year deal or something like that? Get you $100 million.
$44 million in one season is a lot to opt out of. Okay? Like, you want to extend that. And or if they're going to rip it up and give you another 3-4 years, you obviously want that. But to me, his best opportunity right now to probably maximize not only getting his money, but also what he's built with the Phoenix Suns. For a Hall of Famer that's accomplished so much, Chris Paul has been to a couple of squads these last couple of years having to reinvent himself. So now that he's done that and led the Phoenix Suns to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1993, I would hate to see all of that equity he built up with his relationship with Monty and Devin Booker and helping the young fellas develop like Ayton and Bridges and both of the Cams and Jordan and Payne, and then leave that. I would anticipate that he's going to try to do what he can to stay there. I hope that's what he ends up doing for the game of basketball.
He's never going to call me an ass, but if I were him, I would opt in for that $44 million in 1 year, see how it goes next year with the Suns. I still feel like he's got a few more years left in him and then hit free agency after that. Now, Jalen, you hinted at it earlier, but you'll never believe this. Our next topic is about another superstar headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. In that same report, Mark Spears said that this could be a potential deal that would bring none other than the triple-double machine, Russell Westbrook, to Los Angeles. Los Angeles gets Westbrook. The Wizards get Schroeder on a sign-and-trade, Kyle Kuzma, and THT. Jalen, if I'm the Wizards, I'm not even picking up the phone on this one. What do you think about this potential deal?
I've seen a lot of people try to have turbulence as it relates to the name and game of one Russell Westbrook. And I just seen the big O in Milwaukee sitting courtside with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he broke the big O's triple-double record. Don't get it confused, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying this from the dribble. If you can get Russell Westbrook, you do it. You figure everything else out. So now let me insert him into the Lakers team, okay? And by the way, if you're the Wizards, you don't do this.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you want to keep Bradley Beal happy first and foremost. But hypothetically, let me just say for those who think that it may not work with Russ and LeBron. LeBron ain't playing 48 minutes. He ain't playing 82 games, and neither is Anthony Davis. So therefore, you're going to need somebody that can put up enormous numbers and be extremely productive when they're off the floor in particular. And the other thing, play with pace. Russell constantly is going to continue to push the tempo, which is best for Anthony Davis's game. Again, like you, if I'm the Wizards, I'm hesitant to do it because I want to keep Bradley Beal happy, but I want to go deeper into something you said. I don't want you to underestimate Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Kuzma and the potential of THT if your only goal for the Wizards is to build out your roster around Bradley Beal and invest in what you're trying to do up front. And so again, if I don't see this happening the way it's being projected, but don't solely dismiss the 3 players that the Wizards would get.
That's a good point. I guess if I'm the Wizards GM, the first call I'm making after I hang up the phone with the Lakers is to Bradley Beal and saying, what do you think about this? You know, because you want to keep Bradley Beal happy, as you said, because if I'm the Wizards, I'm doing everything I can to keep that talent in the capital. Jalen Rose, starting to get to the end of the summer. And you know what that means? Football is coming. You know what that means? We're going to talk about the Cowboys. You know what that means? That Jerry Jones is going to say something crazy. So let's listen to the owner of America's team.
I'd do anything known to man to get in a Super Bowl. That's a fact. I think we've got a way to make it work big for this season. I feel as driven as I was when we first bought the team, and I could probably be anywhere in the world I want to be right now. I want to be here with our team.
What do you think about Jerry Jones saying he would do anything known to man to get in the Super Bowl?
As a J himself, you know I appreciate Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson. And as somebody that loves the U as much as you know that I do, I got you, Jerry. You want your Super Bowl appearance and championship? Here's how you get it. Put my guy, Jimmy Johnson, in the Ring of Honor. Okay? Remember the guy that helped you orchestrate the Herschel Walker deal? That brought you back Hall of Famers in return? That ultimately end up leading your big 3 of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin to back-to-back Super Bowls? And I know what happened. He left. Y'all didn't get along. You didn't get enough credit. So you brought in Barry Switzer. Shout to him. And you know the worst thing that possibly could have happened other than you being able to host the trophy and said you got 3 of them? Is that he also won the Super Bowl. So now you left that situation feeling like, oh, it could just be turnkey with anybody. As long as we got me, we gonna win the Super Bowl. So here's how you fix it. It ain't happened in almost 3 decades. You wanna win the Super Bowl in some karma that you have with Jimmy Johnson, the guy you went to college with, the guy that helped you win 2 Super Bowls. He's in the actual Hall of Fame. He definitely should be in the Cowboy Ring of Honor.
Well, Jalen, I think that is something that he could do. If he says he would do anything known to man, putting Jimmy Johnson in the ring would be easy. Jalen, another coach that we should discuss would be not Nick, but Coach Saban. Coach Saban said that his quarterback, Bryce Young, who has barely played, says he is going to earn nearly $1 million in endorsement deals due to the new NIL rule changes. What do you think about these comments from Coach Saban?
I like the cultural reference, not Nick, Coach Saban. Shout to Deion Sanders, who left his press conference for that same reason. That was dope, Jacoby. Here's the thing about Nick Saban. You don't have to tell him the prestige, the power, and the money you can make and profit off of Alabama football. He's been doing it a long time at the top dollar, and he deserves it, just like the players who are going to be able to use their name, image, and likeness the exact same way. And of course it's going to be different when you play for a team that's prestigious in football like Alabama or Michigan or Ohio State. that's going to be there for you. And so he's only stating the obvious, and I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either. And to me, this just demonstrates with this Alabama's going to get $1 million. The backup lineman in Alabama is going to get about $100,000 doing local restaurants. And that's just the way it's going to be moving forward. We're going to move forward, Jalen Rose, because next up on this program, we have one of the most exciting wide receivers in the NFL joining us. It is that man, Adam Thielen, who you've seen score on your lines time and time again. He's joining us right after this. Stay tuned to Jalen Jacoby. Coming to you live above the Heineken River Deck here in New York City. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, who joins us right now on the program?
A terrific wide receiver who plays for the Minnesota Vikings, and they're favored to win the NFC North this year. Please welcome Adam Thielen to the program.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Adam, as you are so close to training camp, what did you do this offseason to change your diet to get your mind and body ready for the new season?
Yeah, you know, that's a main focus of mine in the offseason is doing the right things, training my body, putting the right nutrition in there to perform on the field. And one of those ways is Gone Rogue high-protein snacks, you know, turkey bites that I can literally just grab 10 grams of protein that if I'm going to the golf course or I'm done working out, I can grab them and snack on them. And even late night, you know, instead of grabbing a bag of chips, grab these turkey bites and be able to get some protein in and feel good about what you're eating. So it's definitely nice to have that as an option.
Jacoby, did you hear that therapy? I needed that. Did you hear how this man is eating? I'm tired of being Kangaroo Jalen from now on. I'm going to follow his diet. I'm about to step my game up. In all honesty, looking at you guys' weapons in the NFC East offensively, yourself, Irv Smith, Justin Jefferson, you got a beast in the backfield in Dalvin Cook. Do you feel like you guys have the best weapons in the NFC?
You know, I think we have the ability to have, you know, some of the best weapons in the game right now. And I think we proved that last year, and we got to build on that. You know, you got to prove it week in and week out. You know, you can do all the talking you want, but you got to go and prove it each week. And teams are going to be ready for us. They know we had a good year on offense last year. And, you know, they're going to be ready for us and giving us the best game plan they possibly can. So that's what we want, though. As competitors, you want to play against the best. You want to get their best, and that's what we're going to get.
Adam, you found your way to the end zone a lot last season, and as a celebration, you broke out what I would say is the best white guy gritty I've ever seen. What do you have planned for this season?
Yeah, we might have to switch it up a little bit. First, I joked around a little bit this offseason about watching all my gritties and working on them, making sure I master them. So I did that in OTA, scored a touchdown, and showed off my gritty. The new and improved one, but we'll see. Hopefully there'll be something new and something fun we can do this year.
Y'all touchdown dances is cold. I can't front. And as a native Detroiter who loves the Lions, I got to tell you something now, because I've seen you catch a touchdown against us. Don't be intimidated by our history. I know we only won one playoff game in the history of the franchise, but how intimidating is it to be in a division with my Lions?
Well, they always give us a good game, you know, anytime you play those divisional opponents. But, you know, every year's a new year. They got new weapons, they got new coaches, they got new teams. So we'll definitely have our work cut out this year, and hopefully we can take them down, because those division games are so important, so huge, and you got to win them.
You heard that, Jacoby?
What he said?
You heard
Jalen,
that, Jacoby?
I heard what he said. No,
that's more than half and a half
every year
wins.
they got new coaches, dog. He said every year they got new coaches in a new team. That's what I heard. I don't know what you heard, Jalen. So, one of my questions for you is, Kirk Cousins is never really listed as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Do you feel like he gets enough respect on his name?
Yeah, you know, I think it's just kind of the nature of the business, right? Like, especially at quarterback, there's always going to be doubters. There's always going to be people that are trying to tear you apart. I don't care who you are. But he does such a great job of handling that. You know, he doesn't care what the media thinks of him, what people think of him. He's going to go out there and ball out and do whatever it takes to prepare and to help his team win. So that's what you're kind of looking for in a leader. Somebody that's not, you know, looking on Twitter every game and saying, oh man, they didn't think I played well. It's like he doesn't care. He just goes out there and he knows when he doesn't play well and when he plays well. and he wants it just as bad as anybody else. So it's good to have a guy like that on your side.
You've been a productive player and obviously can get open against anybody. But I have to ask you, who do you feel like is the toughest DB in the NFL?
As of right now, probably Jalen Ramsey. Played against him a few years back, and just like, you know, his attitude, his mindset of the game, and then just his size and speed and his ability to make plays, right? He does a great job, but there's a lot, and we see a couple guys in our division that are great football players and make it tough on us. So, but that's what you want. You want to play against those guys. It's fun to go against the best and have a battle and make plays against them, and they're going to make some plays. But playing against those competitive guys that chirp a little bit is my favorite.
There are a couple good players in your division. One of them goes by the name of Aaron Rodgers, the MVP of the league. Is there a part of you that's like, you know what, Aaron, you should probably hold out. They don't respect you. You should probably hold out. This team does not respect you. Why'd they draft Jordan Love? Do those thoughts ever cross your mind?
Yeah, I was playing golf with him last week, and that's exactly what I was saying. Hey, maybe you should just sit out this year. It's all good. No, he's a great friend of mine, and what a competitor, what a player. You know, I wish nothing but the best for him, other than the 2 games we play them. But yeah, no, it's out again. You know, I kind of just touched on this, but you want to play against the best. You know, you want to play against a team that's full strength, because it just makes it. It makes it that much better if you can come out on top against the best of the best. And as a competitor, nothing feels better than playing the best and beating the best. So that's what we're after, and we'll see what happens.
So former player to player, I have to ask you something else about Aaron Rodgers. I'm not asking you to project whether he's going to come back this year or not. But as a veteran, what is it like to see one of your friends while you're at training camp living their best life? He on vacation, he posting on IG, he playing golf more than you are. What is this game like in golf, and what is it like watching him have so much fun?
I love seeing it. You know, he deserves it. He's worked his tail off. He's had a lot of success. You know, he's been great to his teammates and people like me that he doesn't have to be. You know, I enjoy seeing it. So, like I said before, I look to see it, or I look forward to watching him play and him to have success, and also to enjoy his time off.
Congratulations on your partnership with Gone Rogue High Protein Snacks. Jalen and I expect a box headed our direction. And thank you so much. And have a great season.
You need you need the Nashville hot. That's the best flavor. It's good. If you like a little bit of spice, that's the flavor. I'll get some sent to you guys.
Done, and done. I'm about to start my health kick right now.
For everyone else, you can find them on Amazon.
We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Jalen Jacoby. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, we're only 2 days out of the Bucs celebrating their championship. It's time to start talking about the Nets championship, because the Las Vegas odds have come out, and the Brooklyn Nets, with their big 3 of Kyrie, James Harden, and KD, are prohibitive betting favorites to be the champions of the 2022 season. When you take a look at all of the odds of all of the teams in contention, which one of these teams and these odds stand out to you as good value?
I'm not mad at the Nets being the favorite along with the Lakers. Those are the 2 teams I would pick on paper. Don't sleep on that Bucks plus 900. That's a good value. If I had to go a little deeper in the box score, though, try that Nuggets money. Jamal Murray didn't play in the playoffs this year. They're going to continue to improve their roster. Michael Porter Jr. is going to continue to get better. And the Joker's the reigning MVP. You know what we just saw a reigning MVP do? Win a championship at Giannis Antetokounmpo as a big guy. So those are the 2 squads I would probably look to bet on.
One thing that those numbers say to me is that Vegas thinks the Warriors are going to drastically improve their roster. Some tells me that the Vegas thinks the Warriors might add a star. Thank you to Adam Thielen for coming through and joining us on the show. We will be back tomorrow on ESPN, as always, at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Thank you. You're far too kind.